A social media influencer filmed himself tricking elderly and homeless people into eating bars of soap covered in chocolate. Look, you're one level of douche when you just do it in general, but you're a turbo douche if you do it to the elderly and homeless. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalpos, and if you guys would love to show your support, be absolutely amazing, and see another video like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on them notifications. Alright, let's go. You would probably enjoy being sexually harassed. Males don't have to suffer with the annoyance, trauma, and shame of constant sexual harassment, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't love it. There isn't a man alive today, nor has there ever been a man in world history who has had a problem with being treated like a sex object. Look, even if there wasn't any significant person in history that had to deal with it, that doesn't mean it didn't happen in general. You want a good example? Watch Horrible Bosses. One of the guys wants to kill his bosses because he's being constantly sexually harassed by her. And what really sucks is that sometimes during the movie, people actually say, "Oh, come on, she's hot, you should enjoy it." Now, albeit that movie was funny as heck in general, that still highlights an issue there. And again, this comes to the whole double standard thing, is if it's not okay one way, it's not okay the other way. A cancerous tumor is basically the bag the human body creates to collect toxins that are contaminating the bloodstream. A biopsy only splits open the bag, releasing the toxic matter back into the body. Radiotherapy causes the body to go into shock, which taxes the energy needed to break down the tumor. Chemotherapy poisons the whole body, poisoning the bloodstream, which only makes the body create more tumors. Research healing cancer by fasting. You want to know how this is BS? Is because the reverse image search showed honey hams, tenderloins, and now I'm hungry. I literally photoshopped a pregnancy test, and this man coughed up $600 the same week, along with my new phone, and I went shopping. LMAO. Whole time I was on my period. Isn't that called extortion or something? Either way, oh yeah, it's definitely fine to play into somebody's fears, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to get your money out of your man. Jake Paul believes the virus is a hoax, and 98% of news is fake. Dude, you're a Paul. We already can't take you seriously. Hi. Advice? Have a miscarriage or abort the little effer. It's bad enough your mother hates you. Your boyfriend is probably a piece of shit, and you have plenty of problems. Now you think you're ready to be a mother? You're ruining this child's life. I hope you make the right decision. Either way, you'll regret all of this in a decade. Post that, slot. You know, honestly, I kinda wish that stuff like this and every unsolicited dong pic would go on your dating profile as like a resume for any red flags, because this is obviously a clear indicator that you are perfectly ready to be somebody's life partner. Yo dude, I know it was like 11 days ago, but I saw your post about trying to tell your friend about your eating disorder. I wanted to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry that you are going through this. If this person was truly your friend, they would have been sympathetic, not a butthole. Do you have a family? Do you have true friends? That kind that would actually care about your eating disorder? Think about how devastated they would feel to lose a beloved friend/family member to such a sad disorder. Your life alone is worth trillions of words, and every step you make is progress. Never look back on the mistakes you've made, and keep moving forward, ever forward. I hope this helps even a little bit in making you feel better. You ever need a talk, you can come to family, true friends, and if all else fails, me, LMAO. I wish you the best in life. Sincerely, random stranger who saw your post. But that's not why this is on the video. I hope you die. Say psych right now, dipweed. More than $5,000 allegedly stolen from Truro Homeless Outreach Society. A Truro Heights resident and former director of the Truro Homeless Shelter has been charged with defrauding the organization of more than $5,000. You know, you would kind of think just after a little while there'd be just a general rule of thumb or a good common sense to not steal from the homeless nor any people trying to help the homeless, but I forgot that this is the human race, and there isn't really any law that we would not stoop to. You think this disease is a hoax? It killed about 260 people so far this year. Yeah, and so is the flu. No, the flu has only killed a fraction of that, and we also have a vaccine for the flu. Okay. You know, I want everything to go back to normal as much as everybody else, and honestly, I think the reason it's such a big issue right now is because there is that lack of vaccine. Like, if we had a simple thing, you have a little shot you could take, and then you're perfectly fine, then things would start to go back to normal, but unfortunately we don't have that, so we're having to deal with it and trying to get through it a hard way. Hopefully things go back to normal, but because of everything that's been going on, it might not be able to get exactly back to normal, so it's kinda like the CW superhero time travel cup theory. For any of you wondering what the heck I'm talking about, basically, if you break a coffee cup with just a shard, and you can put that shard back in place, but it's never going to be the exact same way it was before. Like, things can go back to normal, but they're not going to be the same normal that they were prior to this. PS5's $900. I honestly hate this with a passion that people will brag about how many PS5s they were able to buy. Like, congratulations, dude, you're acting like you actually worked for something. No, you didn't. You set up an online bot to auto-refresh the page and buy them out as soon as they came available. You're like that one dude at car meets that flexes having an automatic transmission. What? It's better. A few reasons. I love the feral aspect of it. Animals having sex do it for pure lust and reason to procreate. They don't care for feelings. They don't care for being intimate. They just want to mount and F and fill up a hole with their nut. That sort of rough, pure animalistic effing is insanely hot. Being treated by a whole to nut is incredibly amazing. Something you don't ever find with humans. There's also the taboo aspect of it.
Wow. No shit.
Things are always hotter when there's a level of wrongness to it. It adds to the sensation. Also, because mares have the biggest butts and lovely rears, that might be a reason. Okay, dude, you are not allowed near any pet store whatsoever. This dude alone might be the reason they have armed security outside of the brony cons. For any of those watching that actually do like to watch the show and declare yourself as bronies, I cannot care less if you like the show. It's a show to watch, it's a show to enjoy. Just when you get this level of weird at it, it does set a bad example for your community. I know it's probably not all bronies, but the people who have these bad examples, they kind of stand out. So you're over the age of 12 and still like Nintendo? How about this? Grow up. Liking Nintendo over the age of 12 is the equivalent to wearing diapers at 10. I don't care about your furry monsters fighting or that blonde idiot with a sword. You need to wake up and see reality. And you need to grow up and understand that some people might actually enjoy playing video games because some of the video games, they get to relive their childhood, you know? Or did you get pushed around as a kid too much, so the only thing you know are the stuff that other people told you that were cool, like, oh, I don't know, you're cool if you play God of War or Call of Duty, something like that. If what you see as cool is only what other people have told you is cool, then you're not going to have fun enjoying them. You're supposed to be the one enjoying them, not everybody else. You're not supposed to go by what other people say for enjoyment. You're free to like whatever you want, just don't bash somebody else for liking something different. That's kind of why I don't really see the point of this whole console war stuff, because if this is kind of what it is, then you know what, you're not really going to enjoy any of this. I turn hot dog water into ice cubes for guests that I don't like. Yeah, this was on the subreddit. It isn't really meant for the subreddit, but this has just made me laugh because this is the extra level of petty I would go to if I really didn't like somebody. Yeah, hey man, you got some ice? Oh, I got some ice for you. PlayStation 5. Amazon fires driver who drove off with a boy's birthday PS5. The Walker family caught footage on their CCTV camera of a courier appearing to handle a large PS5-shaped box at the back of his van, delivering other packages but keeping that one. I never understood how delivery drivers could even know what's inside of the box unless they figured the dimensions of it. I don't even think it would list it as a PlayStation, even on the return label if you bought it from Amazon, right? If there is anybody that works for Amazon watching my videos, could you please let me know how anybody who would be delivering a package could have an idea what the package is without even opening it? Because there have been a whole lot of cases of FedEx and delivery drivers just across the board straight up stealing consoles because they knew what it was and they wanted it for themselves. Bay Area's DoorDash to pay $2.5 million after being accused of stealing drivers' tips. Bay Area restaurant delivery firm DoorDash has agreed to pay $2.5 million to settle a government lawsuit alleging it stole drivers' tips and deceived customers into thinking their tip money was going to drivers. Washington, D.C. D.C. Attorney General Carl Racine filed a civil suit last year and, in a news release, accused the San Francisco company of lowering labor costs by swiping tips left for workers. See, the fact that before this I had a fear of this happening, the fact that it is now actually happening, is more so just a reason why I like giving people tips in cash, because it can't be recorded and it can't be traced and it can't be stolen. Hey, I think you're cute. Thanks. We should talk more. I'd like to get to know you. Got you. This was for a TikTok. Nobody likes you. Bye. You know what really sucks is I have my own personal experience like this. Like, quite literally the very first person that ever asked me out, they did it on a dare. So thanks for being one of the initial things that caused me anxiety and my shyness towards people in general. Because from that point on, I now had the thought in the back of my head is like, is this person going to be nice because they're playing with me? And I know more often than not, they wouldn't actually mess with me, but tell that to the thought in the back of my head. Dear waitress.
Ah, boy, here we go.
I'm sorry, but I won't be looking you in the eye today, because then I have to endure your nose piercing, and the piercings on your ears, and those giant hoops that make you look like you're from Central Africa circa 500 AD. I think you look disgusting, and I don't want to see your tattoos either. Why don't you quit marking yourself up and piercing yourself as if you have low self-esteem while trying to disguise it as some sort of style? It is the lowest class style you can go in my book. Just bring me my food and my check and then go away. You look disgusting. Here's the thing, if you got a problem with how the staff looks, don't go to the business, because honestly, they don't want to see you either. Like, seriously, if your only complaint about a business is how the staff appears to you, then that's on you. You don't need to do that, and honestly, they don't want to see you, so just get takeout and get on with your sad, pathetic life. And really, your book? What is your book, a stone tablet? And what is the book titled? How to Be a Buzzkill for Dummies? And with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see another video like this one here today, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, start up one of the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.